Hello, how are you today? My name is Stephen Kerr. I will be your host today here at this webinar. We're just giving it like 5 minutes. More people to come in. Those who had registered. Then we shall start in the next five. Thank you. But Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching us from. Thank you for tuning in. I want to acknowledge you, whether you're in the United States, you're in Canada, whether you're in the UK, in the UAE, the Middle East, or even Africa, and even back here home, Kenya itself. Most welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking time to come and understand this concept that we wanted to impact to you and be able to support you as you look to secure your legacy. So tonight, I'm your host. Thank you to Kimisitu Investment PLC. My name is Stephen Kerr, and I'm a realtor by profession. Been in the space of the real estate industry for a while. As Kimisitu Investment PLC, we have been here 15 years and counting. That shows that we are committed, we are stable, and we are focused on delivering to you quality products that are safe, that are secure for you to invest. So today we are excited to have you on board, and we believe that by the end of this exercise, you shall be able to benefit big time and understanding how you can be able to knock off your fear, knock off your anxiety, knock off your dilemma, and be able to invest back home safely and securely without being worried, without being troubled, and being able to make most out of it. Let's dive into how you can turn your hard-earned money abroad into lasting wealth and legacy back at home. With me here, I am with Eric, and we look forward to having you benefit from this webinar so that you can get the knowledge that you require to be able to do this investment. Uh, Three things will be important. Actually, we want to empower you as the diaspora investor with practical but verified steps to invest safely. That is first, or number one, the objective number one. Then we have another objective where we want to be able to remove fear and confusion caused by past fraud cases. The third thing that we're going to do is provide a step-by-step roadmap for legal, secure, profitable property ownership. Okay. So at the end of this session, those are the things that you'll be looking at, and you shall be able to know what exactly you need to do and what exactly you must avoid doing. All right? So let's take a look at this. I believe I'm being heard loud and clear. I believe everyone is able to hear my voice. All right. Um, there has been issues in the past which has caused a lot of dilemma for our diaspora investors, and it has been challenging, especially when you've gone abroad and you've worked so hard to earn your living and you want to build your legacy. And then in between that, you realize that the go between somebody that you trusted to be able to bring that investment back home did not really materialize it. Your hard earned money, your sweat, your blood, it just vanishes into thin air like that. It'd be so heartbreaking. Truth be told, diaspora remittances to run the economy. We cannot, we cannot, we cannot say that Kenya can prosper without a significant support from the diaspora remittances. When we get the diaspora remittances, it really supports our economy big time. I didn't get the figures today for exactness of what it means for diaspora remittances, but that's something you can be able to find and see how much diaspora people are always remitting back home, and it causes the economy to run well and to be stable. And that's why it's important that we should be able to support you so that you're able to invest back home, something secure, something safe, build a legacy for yourself. Something you can come back home and say, yes, I was away, but when I came back home, I'm glad that I invested, because you'll be proud of the investment that you've been able to make. Some of the common problems that have been hitting our diaspora investors is dealing with fake titles, dealing with untrustworthy uh, representatives. Sometimes it's relatives, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's quack professionals, and a bit of poor follow-up. We are not so good in doing follow-ups, so we get gaps and loopholes through which we are swindled our hard-earned resources. And we're going to discuss that a little more so that you can be able to know when to invest, how to invest, what exactly to do, and when not to invest, when not where to invest, and how not to invest. I believe at the end of this session, we shall be able to understand precisely what exactly it entails to invest back home safely and securely. So the dilemma is no longer as bad as it used to be in the past, because right now, in this year, 2025, going forward, the digital space has really shifted things. And we are benefiting from the systems that have evolved over time, systems that have been built over time. And 2025 will give you digital tools that will help you to be able to run these things, to verify things, to verify properties, to verify even advocates and teams and programs, so that you're able to know for real and for sure that you're dealing with the right people where it concerns your hard earned money and investments. Yeah, so we all understand there's always that one guy, maybe in your networks who sent money back home, trying to build this, trying to build that. But then at the end of the day, when they came back home, it wasn't there, neither the money nor the project that they were really investing into wasn't there at all. And those are stories of scam, stories of fraud. Sometimes it is the complex legal processes you can't oversee in person. And most of the time, it's you fearing losing your hard-earned savings, difficulty managing these projects remotely, and you have every reason to be afraid, especially if you don't have the right tools and have the right people to help you to invest back home safely. So, that guy is unfortunate that it happened back in the day. But today, we want to show you that you can get past that. You can move forward past that and be able to do something better, something sure, something secure, something safe to build your legacy. You have worked so hard, you have earned a lot, blood and sweat, and you want to invest into that legacy, into that future, build something that will last and live beyond you. So those are concerns that have been there, and we receive a lot of those, but they don't have to continue to torment you anymore. So what we understand right now is the first step that is important for you to know is being in terms of legal due diligence from abroad. You see, Kenya has come of age in terms of digital incorporation uh, into the lands place. Initially you'll go to the lands ministry, the land house. I don't know if you remember that, somewhere in Upper Hill, and all the documentations, all the filing was just literally physical. There was a physical file, physical cabinet, the person there trying to handle these things. And sometimes it will be easy to be swindled, or it will be easy to be taken care of and manipulated, because the people who are looking after the files demanded some kind of bribe, demanded some kind of compromise, so that they can be able to support you in one way or another. So you go there, and because they want a little cash, but they're not telling you directly, give us money. They keep telling you, hey, boss, we can see your file. We can locate your file. Are you sure you were here? Are you sure you have an account with us? That was literally physical files. But this time around, the government has invested into what we call Adesasa. Adesasa is actually the Kenya's official land information management system. It's beneficial because it's one and foremost, it's digital, so that you are able to access it remotely from wherever you are, as long as you have a gadget and it's connected to internet, you have data with you, you can literally access this system. You are able to verify property ownership, you're able to verify uh, if the property has any encompasses, and you're able also to see and authenticate the titles literally from wherever you are. And this is a good win. Apart from that, digital mileage and milestone, which gave us at the source, where now you can manage your account digitally and remotely. It's a big win for the diaspora clients because now you don't really have to come all the way back home to Nairobi. Or if you're in Kenya, you don't have to fly all the way from other counties to come to the capital in order to be able to verify one or two things about your property. Now you can do it at the click of a button and you're good to go. You're able to see all those details plain and clear. Another advantage you have on due diligence from abroad is that now you just need to be able to work with licensed, registered and licensed conveyancing advocates. Recently, I believe we also, those who've been following news, there's been something about Kisii, sorry to say, but it is what it is. There's been something about the Kisii law courts, people masquerading as advocates trying to represent other people. And I believe some of them have been nabbed and caught, actually, even in the courthouse, in the courtroom, they're on the floor representing a client. But these guys are courts. They're not registered. They're not actually advocates. They're just people masquerading like advocates. And they're bold, they're daring, to come all the way into the courtroom, the courthouse, court in session, and they want to be your legal representative, and they have no legal background, they have no certification, they have no license, you know, they're not practicing law, but they just want to be there because people are hungry, they just want to cut. So if they find you and you're vulnerable, they'll take advantage of you. But what you need to do is make sure that for your conveyancing, you to be safe, to be secure, just hire a professional, Kenyan professional licensed conveyancer advocate who is able now to assist you to do the comprehensive searches, to do the review of contracts, and to ensure that all the legal requirements that are needed or necessitated for these processes are in place and are met before you can release any dime of your hard-earned money. Some people release resources before they have verified documentations, and sometimes we verify by ourselves without the assistance, without the help of a professional. And so we do not understand what to look for when you're verifying and doing due diligence. So we end up losing a lot of money that we really worked so hard to earn because we just failed to hire a licensed advocate for conveyancing purposes to help you double check what you've already seen. The other system. There has to be a trusted conveyancer to help you verify, double check, literally check the physical documents. Do they really exist? Yeah, and then be able to support you with that. Also, we have been told about the types of titles that you have, and sometimes they pull us into a project whose state of title is quite ambiguous. We don't know if it's a freehold, we don't know if it's a leasehold, but now it's important for you to understand there are those two types of titles as far as land investment is concerned. I know there is the sectional titles which came in, especially for the apartments, those who are looking to invest into apartments besides the land. So you're able to get ownership. You're able to get ownership and you're able to verify that this truly is ownership and this title is for this particular period. So it's important that your conveyancer is able to check those details and see if it is a freehold. That's well and good. If it's not a freehold, it's a leasehold. Then how many more years are left in it? Because normally leaseholds will be 99 years in terms of duration before you can reapply again to the authorities to renew that particular period for you. Normally, for the freehold, we normally say it's full ownership. Sometimes we say 999 years. It's a long time. It's a long time. So this is something that we're going to run in your family, generations after generations, before it can ever get to be renewed. Okay, yeah, it's more almost like 1,000 years. Yeah, so those are type of titles you need to understand. If you're a citizen, you are allowed to have a freehold title. If you're not a citizen, then you can only be able to work with the at least 99 years, depending uh, on how long it has been in existence by the time you're acquiring the property. Yeah. So if you're a citizen, you're able to have titles which are freehold. You can also choose to have the leasehold, especially if you're investing in the metropolitan in the cities. We normally have a lot of the 99-year leases within the cities established metropolitans, unlike the municipalities and the rest of the homes where you just get the freehold titles. So what you need to understand is never, 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 never send money back home until you have done all the legal verification. Except you've done the legal verification using the digital platform and you're hired licensed conveyancer advocate, please don't send any money yet. Just hold on tight to your money. Hold on tight to your money. We don't want you to lose your money. We want you to be able to save that money because you need to do something secure, something safe that will build your legacy. When you come back home and say, yeah, I've been away, I've been abroad, but when I come back home, I have a reason to smile because I can see my labors have really yielded some fruits. That's how it is. So, apart from having done your due diligence, now you should be able to understand that you must have good representation. Yeah, what you need is the power of attorney and that trusted representation because there's a lot of documentation, there's a lot of paperwork apart from the verification where we need to be able to prepare documentations that are legally sound, especially within the Kenyan property laws, so that you get a document that is legally sound, tested against all the Kenyan laws. It is fireproof. Yeah, so that you don't get someone to draft for you something that does not really understand the legal frameworks of this country. So you need to have yourself a power of attorney. You you get to hire a Kenyan lawyer, then you get to sign the documentation because you'll have to send the documents physically. It's not something that you want to do electronically. Most of the time, you have to send it by postage because it is something legit, something original, it's something genuine, something that you have got it notarized. We have to notarize, get to sign the paperwork, get it stamped, yeah, at your consulate or at your embassy because they have to prove that actually there's a person named XAB that does exist and they came in person. I was able to see them and they signed this paperwork. So it's not like what do you call it nowadays? It's not AI. Some people can generate things from AI and with AI, but in this case, because you are investing back home, They have to know that you are a person, a legal entity, you do exist. You're not an AI entity. So you must have your paperwork signed and notarized at your country of residence, regardless whether it's the UAE, the UK, the US, Canada, and anywhere outside Africa, Kenya. Um, you should be able to notarize and stamp it legally and then be able to post it back for it to be processed by your representative. That is your attorney. Apart from your attorney, you're going to need, some people prefer a friend that is trusted because some friends are better than family. Some people prefer family. It all depends because there are people who have been duped by family members. There are people who have been duped by friends. And there are people who have been duped by professionals who are quacks masquerading to be experienced, yet they were just waiting to pounce on your hard-earned resource. So it's important for you to choose wisely on your representative. After your attorney, you need someone who will be able to work with your attorney, somebody who can be able now to verify these things because you need to monitor these processes. And there are things that the attorney will do, and there are things that you need now your verified representative, trusted one, to be able to do for you. Because sometimes when it's about projects, you need someone to take photos, someone to take videos. You need many even someone to call and say, I want to speak to the person on the ground. So it goes beyond the attorney. You also need a trusted representative so that you can be able to be in touch with your project, be in touch with your project. At no point should you get your eyes and hands off your project. Make sure that you have constant feedback with a trusted representative so that you can see, can hear, you can know what exactly is happening. So understand this, that register and stay involved in regular calls, regular feedback. Power of attorney should empower, not endanger you. Make sure that the power of attorney you have is empowering you, not endangering you. To be someone legit, someone legal, someone registered, someone licensed, and if it's a representative, make sure it's somebody you trust 100%. If you can't find 100%, at least 99.9% trustworthy, right? So continue to register and monitor these particular activities with the relevant authorities so that you are able to know how things are going, where they are, how far remains, the milestones, be able to look at that and see how and be able to win this particular situation. Yeah. So that is a power of attorney and trusted representation. That is very, very important. All right. So having been able to overcome that particular hurdle, now you need to understand the financing and taxation that come with these investments abroad. Yeah. So financing is critical. Financing has to be smart. There are taxations involved. We might not be able to do all this as an individual. That's why the organizations come in, and lately we have Kenyan banks and SACCOs that offer specialized mortgage products for diaspora investments. Actually, most of the uh, banking institutions and SACCOs have actually set up a diaspora arm or department so that they can help and assist investors who are in diaspora, who are abroad, or away from home, so that they can make their banking smooth and easy. The, what they have been able to design includes lower down payments, making 10, 20%. They've also been able to create platforms where you can be able to send foreign income. You don't have to change the money before you can send it. You can just send it, whether it's the euros, the dollars, the pounds, from wherever you are. There have been those provisions so that it is convenient for you, it's easy for you to remit back money home investing in these particular places. And they've made also flexible payment terms to help you. Not only do they accept foreign currency, but they've also made it competitive rates for returnees, and have made it as flexible as possible for you to invest back home. You can be able to check banks like KCB, banks like Equity, banks like NCBA, banks like corporate banks, and other established now circles are really coming in handy when it comes to remitting finances back home to your investment. Understand that as you invest in this, there are taxations that happen. And one of those is what we call the stamp duty. Stamp duty is usually 4% of the property value, especially if it's above 5 million. Yeah, but when it's below 5 million, it's normally 2% of that particular property investment that you're working in, normally payable within 30 days of execution of your agreement. Then it is due to be remitted. That's where your team will support you in working to make sure that that is paid. Some people charge it separately from the price of the investment again. But for us here at Kimisitu PLC, most of the time our prices are inclusive of the stamp duty and the completion costs. So once you pay for a product, it's all inclusive. It's all inclusive. As far as the duty and the transfer charges are concerned, it's all inclusive. Then while dealing with the taxes, remember when you're doing capital gains, that is if you had invested in a property and now you want to release it, you want to flip it, to put it on the market, again, you'll have to part with the 5% capital gain tax on the profit. So when you're doing your exit strategy, remember that there will be a percentage that will be charged as capital gain tax, 5% of your profit. If your idea was to buy, hold, and then wait, and after it's gained, you flip it, you release it, you sell it, then there will also be taxations there, what we call capital gain taxation. And all you have to do is just make sure that your accountant is able to get hold of that, or your handler is able to help you to handle that. So don't pay less, don't pay more. 4%, 5 million and above, 2% stamp duty for below 5 million, 5% on capital gain taxation. Then is what we call land rates. Land rates are annual property taxes. They vary from county to county. And you need to put it in your budgets because you have to pay these land rates annually, and they don't take it like you have to pay month by month. No, it's all paid at once annually. You can pay in advance, so you can choose to pay at the end of the year, but make sure that every year your consultant, if you are using an accountant or a consultant, a tax advisor, make sure that this obligation is settled so that in the end it does not come to hurt you. So what you need to do is make sure that you budget for hidden costs and always consult a tax advisor for compliance. The keyword is compliance. I don't want you to lose your hard-earned investment because there was lack of compliance. So if you can comply, then you can have your secure investment. But if you don't comply, that's when you see the government, the authorities in charge of that particular, whether it's the city or the municipality, metropolitan, they're always knocking at your door because they want you to pay something that you owe them. So always put this in your mathematics, in your budgets, that there will be taxes, stamp duty, capital gain tax if you're selling off this property, and land rates for whatever you still owe in your name. So continue to consult widely so that you can make available resources for these particular obligations. Pay them in full. Pay them in full. Pay them in full. Right. Having secured that, now you need to understand what to look out for, because it can be easy to avoid these scams if you're keen enough to open your eyes and just for some time. I know sometimes it can be very emotive when you're talking about investment. You can really get emotive, but you don't have to allow the emotions to take over the logic. You know, the principal thing is you need to verify, always verify, 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 verify. After you verify, consult, and again consult. And after you consulted, you can always delay the payment just to make sure that it's really sunk in. You've really gotten it right. You've been able to verify, you've been able to consult, and everything comes out right. Some of the red flags that you need to check out for include fake or forged title deeds. And that's why it's important to have trustworthy conveyancing advocate license uh, practicing, you know, in the country, in the business, so that they can check for you, much as you have checked in at the SASA and everything looks good. Have someone to literally check these titles to ensure that it's not forgery, it's something legit. Because most time the fraudsters do present convincing forgeries. Always verify titles through official SASA searches. Your conveyancer physically inspect original documents at the land registry. Yeah, at the land registry. This is just like double security, double confirmation. You're verified in at the SASA, but still have the legal person you hired to physically go and examine these documents as a follow-up, just to make sure this thing is okay. Right. Also, what you need to watch out for is double allocation, especially when you're buying a property and then maybe it's a gated community and suddenly you realize someone else, or it might even be able to show in the system. I believe that the system is being made in a way that is to have double location, so that you cannot key in the same product with double ownership. Yeah, that is being taken care of by disaster. But now we have people working in the organizations where, yes, you have said, I want project K located at place XY, and I want you to give me product number 10. But then suddenly you're being told that someone else has already has number 10 again, the same project. That is always a red flag. When you say I paid for this, I booked this, and then suddenly you start hearing someone else being mentioned on the same project, that is always a red flag. Same plot sold to multiple buyers. Conduct thorough searches for any pending transactions, any caveats or multiple claims. Visit the physical site and verify boundaries with neighbors. And that's why your representative, trustworthy one, comes in. Yeah, they go beyond what the lawyer has done at the land registry, and they go to the ground, they go to the site and say, okay, uh, the George bought this project, this product, this location. They will go and check, you go and verify and say, yes, I've gone there, I've double checked, and I've seen your boundaries are in place, and the neighbors are in place. I can be able to verify that indeed this is the right thing to do, this is the right thing to invest in. If you find that there are two of you claiming the same spot, the same plot, the same unit, that is a red flag. Be aware, be very much aware of that double location. Also, you need to watch out this red flag that we call land grabbers and illegal subdivisions. Some property getting encroached upon or illegally subdivided from public trust land. People grab the land and then they begin to sell to you. So if you don't have eyes on the ground, you might end up buying something that is yours. Recently, we have had a problem. I know most of you are following our news. There was something about a land somewhere which someone was given. Then they sold it to another company and it sold it to another people. And now the government want to take it back. And people have paid money. but now they have to lose their hard-earned money because of land grabbers or illegal subdivisions. Yeah, so always verify the property's history. Check subdivision approvals and ensure seller's ownership chain is clean. And that's why you need a legal representative who can go to the house and be able to check the land registry and verify these documents as much as you've been able to check them online without disaster. Let your legal person to get there and verify. Look at the history of these files. Look at the history of this title, how it changed hands from the original owner to where it is now, and how it's about to come to you. If it's clean, then it's good to go. If it has some question marks, please, whenever you have a doubt, don't release any money yet. Hold on to your hard-earned cash. Don't give nobody your money yet until you're satisfied that all the necessary checks have been made, they've been done, and now you're able to proceed to the next place, the next level to make your payments. Always be aware of pressure tactics. They're always asking you, what can I access a hip? For those who don't understand what I'm saying, it means just pay now. They want you to pay right away, right now. You haven't even done your due diligence. You haven't even verified that thing. You haven't even gone to the site visit. Even your representative hasn't been able to view the land, and they just want you to make payments in advance. No, hold your horses. Just take a break. Listen to your heart. Listen to your mind. Listen to logic. Yeah, it might sound too good. Sometimes the deals sound too good. They're telling you like this is the last one remaining. If you don't book now, you won't get it. It's okay. Let it go. Make sure that first of all, you don't buy into their agency. Sometimes when you buy into their agency, you have not done due diligence. Prices are fairly below the market value. You understand that this area, the land has always been within X to Z, but now you see that the price now is between C to D. You ask yourself, what happened to the prices in Kilimani? What happened to the prices in Kilelesho? What happened to the prices in Kimuka? What happened to the prices on Mombasa Road? Just double check. Something is not clicking. Something sounds too good to be nice, too good to be true. Yeah, it's a red flag. Just hold on to your cash first. Don't rush. Don't rush. Even if you miss this one, there'll always be another one that is legit, that is verifiable, that is able to give you the legacy that you require. Remember, we're talking about investing back home safely and securely so that you don't throw your money away, which you really worked so hard on, for day and night, worked yourself so many shifts to be able to get this money, and then somebody just wants to flash it up like that. No, take time to verify everything. Don't rush. Take time. When it sounds too good to be true, probably it is. All you have to do is slow it down. If it sounds too good to be true, most of the time it is. So verify, consult, and delay payments until you're satisfied that this is the right thing, this is the right investment that you need to be able to invest in. So all you have to do is to understand now in 2025 we have smart investments. We have a lot of choices to select from. There's been prop tech things going modern and all that. Understand that you must invest in something that is secure, something that is secure. We are talking about securing your investment, securing your legacy, securing. So choose products and projects that are secure. Nowadays, we have what we call the gated community. What gated community does, it gives you security and good management. Gated communities come with management teams because the owners within that project, they get to have a management team, partly from the owners. They normally select people from the owners to form the management team, and then those who need to be hired, they'll be hired, and they will be supervised with this management team, so that you as owners have control on the gated communities. It's normally secure and managed by managed developments. So it is it is important when you're buying, if you can try and work with gated communities. It is not easy to be duped when you're working together in a gated community, as it is easier when you're just alone in somewhere secluded. Yeah, yeah. So work to see that you invest nowadays in this century, this time, in gated communities. Yeah, those are coming up quite well in the suburbs. As you understand, we're trying to decongest the city. So a lot of the suburbs are coming up well. To mention a few, we're talking about towns like Ruiru, towns like Rongai, towns like Kitengela, this area. These are some of the more attractive places that we're looking at, including coastal areas. You know, all you have to do is understand that you need peace of mind with title guarantees and professional management. So invest in gated communities. If you can, avoid as much as possible these solo projects, unless it is really well investigated, verified, and it's legit. But always the gated communities come out better and better and better. We also have the rental units, which are urban, modern in the city. We've seen a lot of this coming up in our suburbs, and especially in the towns that are just within the city itself, the likes of Kileleshwa, the likes of Kilimani, the likes of Westlands. They're really giving us these ones, the urban rental units, the one I told you about sectional titles, so that nowadays it's not that the developer was the title. They used to have that. The developer will have the title deed, and then he will use it to take loans. So you stay on the third floor, you stay on the fifth floor, you live on the 20th floor, but the ground floor has been messed up with the developer. They have the title, they have taken loans, you don't know about it. You only see uh, when they come to collect, you realize, okay, there was a problem. But that has since been checked. Now we have what we call sectional title, so that when you're buying into these urban rental units, you title is attached also to the mother title, meaning that nobody can transfer the land at the ground on which your apartment stands without your consent, without your signature, without your approval, because you also own the land on the ground. So this is something that you need to look at. It brings a lot of, it has a lot of rental demand for young professionals who are now generating steady income and be able to buy an apartment, let it give you the monthly yields, monthly returns, rental returns while you're away. That's a good investment as long as you get the right product for the right resources and with consultation with the best place with the greatest demand. You can never lack a tenant for a long period of time. There will always be this one is going out, another is coming in because the location is great and even the product itself is beautiful. We also look nowadays to invest in service plots. Don't just buy bare land like that. Nowadays, they're adding value to these plots. You have to ensure that the land is titled. Number one, make sure there is a title to that particular plot, that particular land. Ensure that there is water, and there is electricity, there is access, road access. Are you able to reach this plot? Can you access this plot? Always verify the utilities that are on these service plots. Verify, the first developments. Is it phase one, phase two, phase three, phase four? We have done that, I think, with the Melimani, Kitengela. Yeah, those who've been following us understand we do those with service plots for you. We ensure that it has access, there is electricity, there's water, so that you are able to enjoy your product. And then at that point, you can build at your own pace or hold for appreciation. Those are the options that are available. When you get service plots, it's either a buy and build or it's a buy and wait. Depends with what you want. At the end of the day. What are your needs? Are they immediate or are they for future? breaches. You are told the plots are serviced. Make sure you are able to verify that indeed there is electricity on site, indeed there is water on site, and indeed the roads have been made. And sometimes the addition comes with a perimeter wall or just a fence, concrete pillars with wire, something like that. But make sure that you verify that these smart investments are actually working for you and they're the best for you. You go to gated communities, you go to urban rental units, and you also go to service plots. So what you need to do is this: focus on infrastructure, focus on plot plans, and focus on legal zoning. Yeah. Don't buy residential in a zone that is industrial. You know, you'll be evicted before you know it, and your money most likely never comes back. Once they evict you, they say you encroached in an industrial area and you are looking for something residential. So always check on that zoning so that you're also safe and secure. Don't just buy cheap, buy strategic. That is the idea. Buy strategic, don't buy cheap, buy strategic. Right? Hey, as you do that, you need to have a smart team. All this will not be possible if you don't have a smart team. Because remember, you're talking to the diaspora investor because you're hardly around, you're hardly at home. So you need somebody on the ground. You need a home, somebody to be on the ground for you on your behalf, a representative, somebody to take care of you. So the best way is to have a remote management team. You've got to build a remote management team. And there are four must-haves. There are four must-have professionals. One is the property manager. This one handles tenant relations, especially rent collection, maintenance of the property, and emergencies. This one is important, it's essential, especially for rental income properties. If you've bought an apartment or you've built a house and you've built it for rental yields, rental incomes, understand that you need a manager. Even if you install CCTV cameras so you can monitor from abroad, that's still okay. But on the ground, we need a property manager. Yeah, and someone who's professional, someone who understands this work. They can be able to assist you with that. You also need a project manager who oversees your construction or renovation projects, manages your contractors, and provides you with photos and video updates on timely, regular feedbacks and updates on the progress. Always have a property manager a project manager who's overseeing the construction, the building, the renovation, the repairs, managing the contractors, the service providers, and providing you with the real-time photos and videos of the updates on how the program is going. Right? Then you must be able to have a local accountant, someone who manages your tax compliance. Remember, there are taxes that need to be paid if you're a landlord, and if you're not, and you're still holding the land, you still need to pay the land rates. So you need to have an accountant locally who can manage your tax compliance, manage your property rates, also the rental rates normally payable to the government, and also need to be able to get someone to do your financial reporting to keep you compliant with Kenyan regulations. Not only that, but also to let you see how your property is performing so you can know if it's healthy or it's not, And also you need a security partner. You need to be able to have a guard system, security, somebody to watch over this, apart from having this digital security where you have installed your security systems, you can monitor from abroad. You can also hire reputable guards, security companies, and ensure property insurance covers all risks. Yeah, because the security is physical and it's also legal in terms of insurance. Insure your property, and also secure your property. Those are the two dimensions of insurance or security. Insure your property insurance according to the Kenyan laws, and also have security, reputable company, watchmen and guards watching over your property so that it's not vandalized, it's not encroached upon. Because what happens mostly is that people vandalize or people encroach when they realize there's a property there and there's no security. Nobody's monitoring this, nobody's looking after that. So those are things that you need to have in your remote team. Understand this, your money deserves a system. Your money deserves a system, not a guess. So ensure that you build systems around your investments. Build systems around investments so that the systems can be able to work for you. Don't do guesswork. Just build systems. And that's why as you deal with all these people, whether it's a local accountant, whether it's a property manager, whether it's a project manager, or whether it's a security company, always have written agreements with them, have contracts with them, sign contracts with them. Let there be legal terms, and repercussions. If you do this, this will happen. If you don't, this will happen. Let there be everything in black and white, pen and paper, written, legal, so that you are able to follow through in case someone fails on their objectives. You're able to do that. Okay, so as we come close to the end, in a few will be done, and I'll be able to hear your thoughts. This particular approach, in summary, this is what you've done. That you must have these 4 pillars of safe investment. These are 4 pillars of safe investment. Remember, our theme has been securing your legacy, safe land investments back at home. Yeah, because this has been the dilemma of many diaspora investors. They're wondering, how will I ever be able to make something secure, something safe back at home while I'm away from home? So these are the 4 pillars of safe investment that you must never, never, ever compromise on. Number 1 is due diligence. Like you said, you must never skip due diligence. Ensure that you are logged into Adisosa. You can use Adisosa. Works remotely, regardless of where you are, as long as you have a gadget and you have internet, you have uh, access to this, you can be able to reach it. Sure, you hire a professional, legal, licensed conveyancer who can be able to verify things for you before you make your transfer. As much as you'll see things in Adisosa, make sure you have a hired conveyancer, advocate, somebody licensed, somebody who's competent to be able to verify these things for you before you wire resources into that particular investment. Your caution today prevents heartbreak tomorrow. Yeah. Your caution today prevents heartbreak tomorrow. That's how it is. Due diligence is important. But 2, you must have proper representation. Formalize your representation. Execute proper, power of attorney through official channels, and work only with vetted, trusted representatives who keep you informed at all time of real-time development, real-time progress, real-time processes as it is. Number 3, ensure that you build a professional team. Don't just work by yourself. Alone, diaspora, you're trying to call, and do this thing all by yourself, build a trusted team. You might not be able to have a company. If you had the power, you just have a company back at home, employ people to run it. But now, if you don't have the ability to set up a company, just make sure you build a team, have a property manager, have a legal advisors, have a construction oversight being done by project managers, and then you have the security of it. Those are the 4 important things. Project manager, property manager, accountant, legal advisor is already up there in the due diligence, and your representation is part of your team, and also the security. Make sure that you also have insurance for your property investment, and also make sure that you have somebody there, your guard, security company, to physically man the place. Remember, terms, conditions apply. So have a contract written, signed, executed legally, officially. Number 4, always choose strategic locations. Strategic locations focus on areas with clear titles, areas which are proven infrastructure, not somewhere where you don't even know how you can get home. If you want to go home, you have to drive at some point, you have to leave your car, you take another call it motorbike. Do the border guy takes you another place until he can't go in. Now he tells you this if I can come. Now you keep walking on your foot until you get to your land. No, don't do that. Go to something that is already proven infrastructure, easy access to your place. Have strong legal frameworks, quality over speed. Always choose quality over speed. It is not how fast it's done, it's how quality it is that matters at the end of the day. Always remember to do that. You worked so hard abroad. Now it's time your money works for you. Now it's time your money works for you, right? So what you need to do is don't take risks where you're not so sure. Build systems that will work for you. Proper knowledge and trusted partners. Your Diaspora investment journey can be secure, can be profitable, and can be fulfilling. Those are the three important ingredients. It has to be secure, it has to be profitable, it has to be fulfilling. Want to come back home, something that says, congratulations, welcome back home. You are away, but while you are away, you are working to make sure that everything is okay for you. Some of you who are interested, I think you're registering your email there and your data there. We shall be able to share with you this presentation, any other thing that you may require. So stay tuned for what is coming up. Stay tuned for what's coming up. Some of you may require one-on-one sessions. I trust, believe you may. Kimisitu Investment PLC, we have competent professionals who will be looking forward to assist you, talk with you, tete-a-tete, one-on-one. You can give us a call, you can give us a chat. I think you'll be able to see our numbers on your screen or our numbers on our materials so that you are able to reach out and speak to one of our consultants so that they can personally walk you through this. Okay, so we can create for you personalized guidance, verified partners, and be able to work with you to build for you a fraud-proof action plan. Fraud-proof action plan. I believe we shall be good to go. Thank you. So coming soon, I think you can see on my screen. Coming soon, this is our project. It's up in this area, Kimuka, Oloshabiro Town, Miyakajado Polytechnic, and the prices begin from 675,000 shillings only, and we have flexible payment plans. This is the lowest it can get. Remember, our prices are always inclusive, always, unless stated otherwise, our prices are always inclusive, and these are prices for members, 675,000 for starting, and flexible payments of up to 9 months. So the prices vary with the duration. If you're paying for a longer period, the prices go a bit high. If you're paying for cash, this is the price. This is a project coming up soon. You can begin to book your interest to come and be able to visit this particular product. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time. All right. Yeah. So we'll be taking your questions. For those who have questions, we shall be taking your questions so we can see how we can support you and work with you so that you can be able to invest securely back at home. Be able to invest securely back at home, regardless of where you are, whether you are in the UK, US, Canada, UAE, the bigger Africa, we're here for you, here to support you. Thank you. We'll take your questions now. Thank you for your time. You can ask your questions, or you can send a chat, or you can lift your hand, and we should be able to respond to your questions. Thank you so much. Thank you for your question. Yeah, normally we do the minimum at Kimisitu PLC. We normally do the minimum 50 by 100. 50 by 100. That's normally an eighth full. 50 by 100. That is 5,000 square. 0.045. That's normally the size. Thank you so much. Any other question? Any other person? Any other question? I believe those who registered will be able to be supplied with this material at the end of the day so that you can always refer to it and reach out to us. Thank you so much. Okay, we are so grateful that you could really find time to join us in today's webinar. We don't take it for granted. We really appreciate you. I look forward to working with you in securing your legacy, investing back here at home safely and securely. It's always a pleasure to have you. This is Kimisitu Investment PLC, and we are honored to have you. So for now, goodbye. Until next time, thank you for coming.